Hey guys, update time. So right now it's like 11:24 p.m. It's still New Year's Day for me. So 1 year off of crystal meth. I'm 1 year clean. I never thought I'd get here. And, God, I just can't believe it's already been a year. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It if you had been in my if you had been me, you'd understand why this is such a huge deal for me. And any of you who see this video who actually know me, well, you should get a pretty good idea of just what this means to me. Because it's been hell, if I'm honest. It has been a challenge, to say the least. And, there were a lot of people who told me, you're never going to get clean. I'm not kidding. There were people who actually said, you'll never get clean. And to those of you out there, what say you now? I officially am clean for a year. And unfortunately, I can't take the credit for that because, you know what? I'm not the one that did it. There was very little effort on my part. I really didn't need to do much because God is merciful. Normally, I would say, don't ever tell me I can't do something because I'll do it to spite you. I can't say that this time. So, what say you now? Don't ever doubt the power of God. And don't ever doubt the power of faith. And hope, for that matter. Because a year ago, I was so out of it. I was a monster. I lost my small engine business, which, by the way, is part of this update, too. Because today, I made $135 working on 2 machines. So, I had lost my business. Um, lost more friends than I care to admit. And I lost a loved one. Well, not really a loved one, but the girl who left me in the beginning, right before I hit rock bottom. She was one of those, and what she said was, I can't trust that you'll ever get clean. Well, here I am. A little worse for wear, but here I am. And if you see this video, well, thank you for leading me to God. I wish you could see me now, because you didn't really know who I really am, because I wasn't on my meds at the time that we were together, and, well, mentally I was in a very bad place. So, you didn't really know me, the unfiltered me, the untainted me, the untweaked out me. You didn't really get to know him. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. So, there's that. But to the people who said I would never get clean, well, here I am, guys. A year. Here I am. You were saying? Yeah. Anyway, now the small engine business update. Ha! So, first thing this morning when I woke up, I had a customer message me, somebody I'd never given my service to before, who needed a snowblower repaired. So I did the job. They were happy with my work. I got the machine running, and we're waiting on the control panel part of the snowblower. It's where all the levers and stuff are connected that have the gear number on it for the gearbox, and then the auger symbols on it for different speeds and whatnot. I guess I really don't know exactly what it's called, but all the knobs and levers stick up out of the plate. It's right up on the handles. Your handles are here. You squeeze the triggers for the auger and the gearbox, and then that flat plastic panel. It's a Husqvarna. That part got broke, so we're waiting for the new one to arrive. And then their neighbor saw me over there working on the snowblower and decided, hey, I need work on my snowblower too. I might as well go over there and ask him while he's there. So, yeah, that one was tricky, not gonna lie. I went over to their neighbor to fix his snowblower. And I get there, and the whole thing is just taken apart in pieces. He had taken the snowblower, it's a two-stage, and he stood it up on top of the auger chute so that the wheels were up in the air and the handle was facing up. And he took the undercarriage plate off of it to get to all the workings of the self-propel drive. He took out the friction plate, the clutch. He took out pretty much everything because the belt came off of it when he was using it, the drive belt. So he took it all apart, and I mean, this thing was in pieces. The auger chute was off, the undercarriage was taken apart, the wheels were off, the shaft that the chain spins that the disc is connected to, the clutch disc with a rubber thing on the outside of it that rubs on the plate that turns the drive. That was even taken out. So, I get there, and luckily I have done enough snowblowers and I've been working on machines long enough that I know how they go together. So luckily I was able to work side by side with him to reassemble this machine. And right now I'm kind of at a place where I have to pull up YouTube and look up videos on how it was put back together to make sure that everything is the way it should be, because the belt kept falling off after we reassembled it, but I didn't see it before he took it apart, so I don't know exactly for sure, but I'm suspecting it's a pulley being backwards, because the pulley has a spacer on one side of it like that, where on the other side it doesn't. And I think that because that pulley is reversed or flipped around, I think that's why the belt keeps popping off of it. So I'm going to research that and get it checked out and figure out exactly why it keeps falling apart like it does and whatnot. And as soon as I know more, I'm going to go back and finish it. And I might need to replace some belts or some parts in the machine, because there were a few parts that had quite a bit of play in it, like the tensioner arm that the tensioner pulley was on that tightens the belt, that acts as a clutch, if you will. It holds tension on the belt for the drive pulley, and then when you pull the handle down, it pushes that rubber disc against the metal round plate, and that's what makes it go forward. So I'm thinking that might need to be worked out. Some parts need to be replaced, but the arm that tensions the belt has some play in it, and it's at kind of an angle, which we tried to bend it straight, but I don't know. As I said, I'm going to have to do some research and watch how-to videos on how they're taken apart and whatnot. And then once I determine what the problem is, then I'll go back and fix it. But normally I would have charged $35 for that job. This dude handed me a $100 bill, on top of making $35 next door to him on the first job. So today I've made a total of $135. So great way to start off the new year. And because of my past with addiction, I lost my reputation as a small engine mechanic, as the engine guru. That's what people used to call me. So that's my new goal, to get my reputation back as the engine guru. Because this is what I'm good at. I fix things. That's what I do. It's the only marketable skill I really have. I mean, I'm decent at guitar, but I'm not good enough to make money doing it yet. So, guitar repair and small engine tech are what I'm good at. So, there's my goal for this year, to get back that reputation that I had and then lost. So, cross your fingers. I'm not about to back down now. Because you know what? It's taken me a lot of work to get here and keep my sanity and work through the aftermath of my addiction. It's not really the staying away from the stuff part that I've had problems with this year. It's been dealing with the aftermath of the addiction that I'm away from. And it's been hell. I've had people turn their nose up at me left and right. I've had people judge me and tell me, once a drug addict, always a drug addict. You'll never change. Or people just are judgmental and they don't want anything to do with you, whether you're a year clean or not. If you're clean and sober and you meet one of those people, don't tell them that you're clean and sober off of stuff, because they will judge you. There are those people out there. I've had a hell of a time this year getting people to accept me again after the things I've done. So, this New Year's Day meant the world to me. So, great things are happening. And like I say, it's never too late. Just depends on how bad you want it. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to try. And you have to not give up on it easily. And you'll get there. So, I'm not going to do a guitar video this time. This is just an update on my 1 year. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Have a good night. God bless you. You're important in this world and you're loved. Never forget that. Because that knowledge right there is probably what got me through this with God's help. Knowing that people love me gives you something to hold on to. So, see you guys. More to come in the future.